Sold on approval.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe it. I actually won the bid at Copart of all places. Now, in my last video, I did say I wasn't going to bother with Copart anymore. But today I was bored and I thought I'll have a little look on the list just out of interest really. And I spotted that van. It's not quite the van that I wanted originally, but it's got so much potential to make such a really nice camper. I just couldn't help myself. I thought, no, I'm going to have a bid on this because it's got all the nice stuff and it's got aircon as well. Although it is a medium wheelbase and not a long wheelbase. I know, don't have a go at me, don't shoot me for it. But it has got potential to be a really nice van. So, like I say, I couldn't help myself. I had to have a bid and I'm so glad I did because I won the bid. And I'm even more glad that I actually recorded it as well, because at first I wasn't even going to bother recording it because I thought I don't want to make another video about me not winning a van at Copart, but I thought I'll record it just in case. So let's take a look. I'll show you the van now. I'll show all the photographs and the details about the van and you'll see exactly why I wanted this van, because it has got potential to be a really nice camper. So let's take a little look right now. So let's have a look at this Sprinter then, shall we? Like I say, I spotted this online the other day. It's not really the van that I wanted, but it would make such a nice camper. I just can't resist having a look. It's got aircon as well, which is what really caught my eye. So let's have a look at the photos. Oh, before we look at the photos, let's have a look at the details of the van. And this is what really matters, is the fact that, as you can see there, it's unrecorded. It's not a salvage van. It's not been an insurance total loss. It's actually a private entry. The owner of this van has entered it into the auction, which is a bit of a mystery why they would do that. The speedo's reading 145,000 miles, which is really good. It means it's got less than 150, which is what I really wanted. That was my part and one of my criteria. The vehicle registration number is blocked out, but you can clearly see it in the picture, so I don't know why they've done that. Highlights, it says it runs and drives, but there is additional info, which is down the bottom. We'll get to that in a minute. Primary damage, minor dents and scratches. Secondary damage, just normal wear. Retail value, just under 3.5 grand, which I think is about right for this age and mileage of van. And special features, it just says it's a panel van, it's silver, engine, and it says 6-speed manual, but that's wrong as well. Diesel, keys, yes. VAT, no. So there's no VAT to pay on this van. Pucker, that's what we want. We don't want to be paying VAT. And the V5 is on file. So the logbook, they've got the logbook as well. And if you buy salvage, normally you don't get the logbook. You have to apply for it, and that can take up to 6 weeks. Now let's have a look at the additional information. There we go. Oh, it's got 2 keys. It's not recorded on the mileage register, so the mileage is right, it's consistent. National Mileage Register, that stands for NMR. Discrepancy not indicated. So the mileage is right, basically. It means the mileage hasn't been tampered with. And it also says the MOT expires on the 4th of the 4th. So the MOT run out 4 months ago. Yeah, the MOT has been run out for 4 months. So why is that? Why haven't they MOT'd it? It's all a bit of a mystery. And it says it's had 3 former owners. And again, the V5 document is available. And that's it. That's the only information they're going to give you on this van. The current bid status is 1,100. Now I expect that once the live auction actually starts, that will actually go up. That's going to go up at least another grand, I reckon. Well, I'm going to bid that anyway. So let's take a little look at the photos. If I click on here like that, it makes it larger. You can just see there is some rust at the bottom of the passenger door. But apart from that, it doesn't look like it's damaged at all. And on this side, same thing again. You can just see a little dent down there in front of the rear wheel. But it's nothing, absolutely nothing. And on the back of it, a little dent there on the back door, a little dent there on the post. I think that up there, that's just dirt, that's just bird droppings. And again, you can see the registration number quite clearly. Tow bar, which is a little bonus, good for the old bike rack, go on the back of there. And this side, really clean, no dents,
just a bit of a little tiny bit of rust under that door, and a little bit of rust on the passenger door again. Now the interior is really clean. For a van, it's quite a nice interior. There's no rips or tears in the seats. It's got the extra grab rail for getting in and out. And there you go. You can see tell by them dials that it's got air con. And that gear lever looks a little bit of an odd shape. What's all that about? It looks like it's bent up. So the back of the van, you can see it's all been boarded out, and it's got these cubby holes here. It's got a towel dispenser. I don't know what that is. That looks like some sort of dispenser as well. But this is telling me this is probably being used as a maintenance vehicle or backup vehicle or something, or maybe a mobile mechanic has used it, because all these spare parts would have been kept in these cubby holes and tools and stuff. And there's a holder there for, I don't know, probably a fire extinguisher or something. But yeah, it looks like it's been used as some kind of maintenance vehicle, so which means it hasn't had tons of pallets and stuff put in it. It's not been used as a multi-drop courier van. That'll explain the low mileage. So let's have a look at the engine. I think the next one's the engine. So this is the engine bay. Now the odd thing about this is the rocker cover is missing. Well, not the rocker cover, the cover for the fuel injectors. It's supposed to have a plastic cover on there. Purely for aesthetics, the cover doesn't actually do anything. It just keeps the dust off the injectors. But I wonder why that's missing. And also the water bottle doesn't look very full either. But nevertheless, it says it runs, it drives. So maybe they've had the injectors changed and they've not put the cover back on. We'll never know unless we buy it. Mileage 145, and look at that, it's actually an automatic, hence the funky gear lever. It's not a manual at all. It's got there park, reverse, neutral, drive. And in this photograph you can see the what's it called? The rev counter is just under 1,000 revs, which means when they took this photo the engine was running, and as you can see there's no warning lights, so it does run. Tyres don't look too good. I mean, that tyre is definitely going to need changing. And it's got a little bit of rust there, a little bit of scrape there. Oh, here's the rest of the rust. This is the passenger door. But again, it's nothing. It's just superficial rust. Well, that can be taken care of easily. And because it's below this grey panel, you can repaint that whole thing and not have to worry about blending it in or anything like that. There's the chassis tags. So that is it. That's the van. That's all the information they give you. So all I've got to do now is log in and wait for the auction to actually start. And then when the auction starts, I'll try and record it and keep fingers crossed.
Sold.
So here we go. My one's up now. So I'm going to bid.
New bidder.
And that bid again. I'm winning at 1,300.
Bonus time.
Oh, we don't want bonus time. Just put the hammer down. Sell it already. There we go. It's going to go up now. Oh, the suspense.
Sold on approval.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was cheap. How cheap was that? That's amazing. Look at this. 1,650. Now if I get it for that, I will be so happy. I'll be like a dog with two tails. But unfortunately I need to wait and see if they're going to accept my bid, because it was sold on approval, and what that means is there was a reserve on the van, so I don't know if I've won it or not. I need to wait, as it says there, waiting seller response. So I need now to wait for the auctioneers to contact the vendor to find out if the vendor will actually accept my bid of 1,650. To be honest, I find it very unlikely they're going to accept the bid. But you never know your luck. They may just accept my bid. So stick around and I'll let you know if they have or not. So a couple of hours have gone by and the seller has countered my bid. Now bearing in mind the retail value is 3,495. This is estimated retail value. And I've got to say that is pretty much spot on. That is, if you're buying this van from a forecourt, that's what you would expect to pay. Now let's have a look, see what they've counter bidded. If I click on there, it should come up. There we go. So there's my maximum bid, 1,650. The seller reserve is 2,750. Now that to me is absolutely outrageous and ridiculous, because you've got to take into account that Copart will charge you a buyer's fee on top of this. So if I was to accept that, I would probably be paying just over £3,000, which to me is a definite no-no. There's no way I'm going to pay over £3,000 for a van that has no MOT. It needs 4 new tyres, and there's no warranty whatsoever with that van. So before I started to bid, I valued this van at £1,800. So that's the counter bid I'm going to put in. I'm going to counter bid now. I'm going to confirm that. And then now we have to wait. Oh, there you go. It says my bid has been registered, but now obviously we need to wait now for the vendor to come back and see what they offer. So now we have to wait again to see what happens next. Stick around.
Well, much to my surprise, the nice people at Copart actually phoned me up and they said, congratulations, you're the winning bidder on the Mercedes Sprinter. I said, yeah, I know. And they said, but the vendor has got a reserve on it. Again, I said, yeah, I can see that. He said, but I've had a word with him. I phoned up the vendor, he said, and I've managed to get the price down for you. Like he's doing me a favour, right? I said, oh yeah, how much did you get it down to? He said, £2,500. And I said, well, that's still far too much. Unless, of course, that's £2,500 out the door, in which case we'll have a deal. Shake me hand, so to speak. But he said, oh, no, that's £2,500 plus our fees. So I said, well, how much will that be then? And don't forget, I've got to pay for it to be delivered as well. Because it's got no MOT, it does need 4 new tyres. It would actually be illegal for me to drive that van out of your yard. So therefore, I need to have it delivered. So he gave me a price and it worked out a tad under £3,000. And I said to him, no, that's still too much. I'm not prepared to pay almost £3,000 for a van that's got no warranty, no MOT. I mean, at the end of the day, why would the vendor put that van through such an auction? There's got to be something not quite right with it. Maybe the gearbox has gone, who knows? It might be perfectly fine, but it's still a gamble. It's a huge gamble. And if I'm going to take that sort of gamble, that sort of risk, I want a bit more of a discount. But he wouldn't give it to me. So long shot is the van is going to go through the auction again next week. Now the other point I just want to make is also, if you go back and look at the auction, in the top of the screen where the green bar is, you can actually see how many people were at that auction, were online participating with that auction. And it says there are 983 participants, me being one of them. So that means that 982 people didn't think that van was worth any more than £1,650. So why should I pay more than all those people think it's worth? It's kind of like a guideline, if you like. So yeah, I said no. Let it go through again next week and I'll be sure to be bidding. So if you like this video, please do give me the thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And that next video will probably be me bidding again on that van. Hopefully this time I'll win it and actually get to buy it. Right, well thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.